All right, the first thing you do from the body is you get between the joints here, and you pull that off like that, and you have this here, and you take a piece of it with your fingernail, and you peel this off like paper. If there's a piece, you just drop it. You don't need that. And this little cartilage comes off all the way around. You see there's another little piece, you can feel it with your hand. And then you got that, all meat. Then you take this joint and you just break it. And a lot of times that'll come right out of there. And then you want to break this joint off. And sometimes you set that aside for a minute. And then you have this one, and you want to break this one and bring two of these out. If there are not two there, there's still one in there. So you want to get rid of those. But then when that is pulled through, you'll take this and hit it until you see it disappear from the window. And once that moves, you can take this piece here, which you barely break it like that one side, and then turn it over, and what'll happen is the whole thing will come out. Bam. Same thing, you just keep going. Peel this off. A lot of times it'll come right off anyway. Then you have that big piece. That's the body. Break that joint. Got a little knot there. That's good stuff. Again, make sure there are two. Then that's stuck in there again. Bam. Bam, it moved. And if it don't quite crack right, turn it over and try the other side. And then what happens is beautiful. And if it's good and cooked right, it'll come out, and that will be right there empty. Pull that off or eat it. And sometimes you get real lucky and the whole thing comes right out like that. You can't be pulling that too hard. Again, there's two of them. Again, a little speed here. That's it. Whole piece. Break the knuckle. Got a knot. That, two of them. Hit. It disappeared from there. Sometimes it goes too far. You can knock it back too. Again. And then again. See that? And I didn't get too lucky there. Now when that happens, it's okay. Just hit that once, twice, and go like this. About the midways up. And look at there. If you're not so lucky. And the cloth is a little different than the others. You want to get rid of this cartilage. It's got the same meat up around and in the body. You gotta fight with it sometimes. Alright, and then still got some there. It's a big piece of cartilage on the claw leg. So that's all gone. Got all that. You want to break that end off of this. You can still get more out of this. I'll show you in a minute. But this is hard to open. Sometimes you get lucky, it comes out on that. Again, there's two of them. Lay that down. It's stuck in there, just like that other one. There you go. And then with this one, too hard to break with your hand. But you don't want to squeeze this really hard. You just go one little crack like that, and then move down like that, and see that? Watch. What everybody does is squeeze that too hard and it gets caught in there. Then you got a big old fat knuckle on the claw. And I like to take this very special thing here that really gets stuff out. and go and get that out of there just like that. You know, every little bit counts, especially when you're hungry. So almost got all of that, and there it is. Look at all that. You can make a sandwich out of it. And then with the claw, this piece waves bye-bye. And you just go ahead and pull that right out. And a lot of times it's flat, sometimes it has meat on it. Drop it out. If you don't have one of these, this is a very nice tool to be able to use. So again, it's the same as that other piece. I like to loosen it just a little. If it moves around in there, it's going to come out easily. But same thing, you don't want to, see, whole piece, bam. But it's usually not that easy. You just crack it a little and move down and crack again, and you're done. That comes right out. And that concludes the lesson of how to do this.